are environmental consultants about environmental issues. And so we put it out to realtors and some department heads to see if they would like to come. So I'll get you the email. It is April 25th, a Thursday, 11:30 to 1 at the Elks. So I'm inviting you to attend if you can. And we're just learning things about phase 1s and phase 2s, and our group from the state will be there to talk about things like that. So if you can come, there's just an RSVP to me on there. And so I don't have anything else. Do you have any questions about anything?
I RSVP'd and then had to cancel.
So she's not coming.
I'm not going. Yep.
I haven't done it yet, but I probably will.
I hope so.
I haven't been invited, but I'll be there.
Okay, I'll invite you right now.
That depends. Are
Thank
you
you.
going to hit me with your umbrella?
I probably won't, but I'll have it in case. Get out of here. Thank you.
Thank you, Penny. Do we have a chamber update today? I don't see anybody. Henry County Health Department, Angela is not here.
She's at a
She's in
training.
Indianapolis, I believe.
Yep.
Coroner's office. Welcome Brian Clark to the stage.
Good morning. Nothing super extravagant. For the first quarter of the year, we had 39 coroner cases, and just a reminder that is not total deaths in Henry County. That's just coroner-involved cases. Of those, 1 was labeled a murder, 2 of those were suicide, 6 of those were accidental, and 30 of those were natural. Of the 39 cases, we did have 4 overdose deaths in the first quarter of the year, which is still abnormally high for us. And I still continue to work with the health department and try to do community outreach to educate folks. And that's all I got.
Thank you, Brian. I don't see Steve, the surveyor. Tom Green. Okay. Do we have anything from the sheriff's department? Thank you.
Go back to the highway department.
Oh, I thought you said to skip it.
No, I said you skipped it.
We have the highway department. We have 2 representatives, Joe Copeland and Braden Shore.
I have one item this morning. I went over the projected bridge plan for the future through 2029 and revised it. This revision accounts for using $500,000 out of MVH restricted every year to help beef up the amount of money that we can use on bridges. Between $300,000 and $400,000 on Hume Bridge is just not enough. We can't keep up. There's no way. I mean, even the small bridges are costing us now about $325, and I mean that's almost an entire year's worth of money. So with this new projected budget or plan, I hope to replace 1 to 2 bridges a year and do major bridge work on at least 1 and possibly 2 a year. So I've already got a bridge replacement plan for this year on a large culvert down by the airport, and a bridge deck repair on that bridge on Raider Road just south of on the south side of Middletown is bad. It needs done. But I hope to use traffic signals, temporary traffic signals, so people can get through. I figure I'd be run out of the county if I didn't. So here's the plan.
Yeah, we don't like road closures.
Thank you.
Joe?
Bless you.
This does include the federal aid work that we've had approved, and it also includes community crossings. Luckily, we were approved for it today, so Bridge 126 on Garner Street is bad. Total deck replacement on it, and we got to do it this year. They're closing 38, my understanding is still on. NDOT's closing 38 next year, and we can't have Garner Street and 38 closed at the same time. So I hope to have that done by the end of the year so they can do their State Road 38 job.
Okay.
Thank you. Braden?
Well, Joe said we were approved, got some community crossings approvals. We did get the full 1.5 million this year awarded to us, so that's great news. The other thing wanted to ask about today is I sent you guys a quote, hopefully all of you have it, to update our road widener for putting shoulder stone on roads. Initial cost of that is $165,000. If we can trade in our equipment that we're currently using, and that trade-in value is $81,000, which would leave us a total of $84,750 paying difference.
I'm going to ask what Commissioner Dellinger always asks. You've got it in your budget.
Yes,
Yes, we do.
I was getting ready to.
I'm really disappointed that she beat you to
I
it.
know. I must be slipping.
You are.
Yeah, because I always want to know, do you have the money to pay for it before we approve it?
Yep.
And that doesn't put a strain on anything else for the year, does it?
That is correct, it does not.
Thank you.
What about the representatives from Southeastern? We have Don Miller.
Tyler Angel. I'm Don Miller. Been with Southeastern Equipment about 27 years now. I'm going to retire June 1st, 2024. Looking forward to that. And I don't know how many commissioner meetings that I've sat in here in Henry County, because Henry County has been a great customer of Southeastern Equipment over the years that I've been associated with them. So I appreciate all your business, past as well as future. Tyler's going to be taking the territory. Tyler is our PSSR, Parts Service Sales Representative. Tyler has worked 4 or 5 years with us now. Many people know him from the parts counter. Within the last 10 months or so, he became our PSSR. And with my announcement of retirement, Tyler is going to be taking my territory here on the eastern side of the state. So I want to make sure that we have time to introduce Tyler today and make my announcement of retirement. And for that, I appreciate your time today. And Tyler, do you have any words? Looking forward to
Thank you, Don and Tyler, and welcome back to Henry County.
And does that come with a $10,000 additional discount?
$5,000 additional. Thank you.
Do we have a motion in regards to the detailed equipment quote for the Henry County Highway Department?
I'll make the motion to approve the.
I will second that motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anything from the auditor's office? Thank you. We had the clerk's office report. No one is here from the Memorial Park. Assessor's office, recorder's office. Thank you. 911, Brian True. We don't have him, but we have Mandy. Do you have anything, Mandy? Mandy Fleming from the Henry County Emergency.
So what happens when you have one meeting last month and you roll through everything, the next meeting's kind of light?
Guess so. So I am here for a couple of things. When we sold the ambulances in the auction, I have that total here. I'd like to ask permission to ask the council to reappropriate that money to us. I know it's a source of contention.
Well, it's not a source of contention. I don't know that we can approve it.
What do you mean where it was paid from?
Where the ambulances were purchased, what fund, or line item the ambulances were purchased from. We have to know exactly where they're purchased from to be able to reimburse that.
Otherwise, it's everything that we get back. If we don't know what exact fund it came out of, let's say 10 years ago or 5 years ago, it just goes back into the general fund.
So there's no record here of where they were purchased from?
I mean, if you know what ambulance it was, who it was made, what the payment was made to. I mean, when you tell me ambulance and the VIN number, I have no idea. You have to tell me where it was purchased from, when it was purchased. I mean, we would have to be a lot of research on our end. I have no idea. I mean,
I guess my point is I don't know that we can approve to give you permission to go to the council one way or the other. I guess you could just go to the council. Is that right, Joel? That's correct.
Yeah.
It's
Okay.
not, yeah.
I was just gonna run that
yeah,
by you, 'cause I
Yeah,
didn't
yeah, it's
see.
not based on, yeah.
Okay, well then scratch the other one. So what I do need permission to do though is to go ahead and put the Mercedes up for bid.
Okay. Is it just one or
Three.
multiple?
All three of them.
Three, all three?
While they're running and in good condition, with the new ambulance here, we took 2 out of service, so
Okay.
it's time to, I gotta get them appraised probably.
Mm-hmm.
Gotta talk to a couple people.
Yeah, I think you have to get them appraised. You have to have 2 appraisals, even on the vehicles, or just one. On personal equipment, just one appraisal. And then we can open the bid process.
Yeah.
I'm not, yep, I'll make the motion.
The only thing I would add was maybe this time we, depending on the appraisal, we put a reserve price on it. That if it doesn't get, if you just open it for bids and you're not going to pay.
Like a
10
minimum.
Yes.
Yeah, I agree.
And
Yeah, I agree.
we can deny any bid, even if it's, yeah, we can deny.
Because I don't
any
want to
bid.
sell a good running ambulance for scrap price.
No,
Right, absolutely. Yeah, I
So-
agree with that 100%.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but we'll get to that once you, because we have to prove the language to do the bid, correct, Joel? So, but yeah. So I will make the motion for you to start the process to putting them out to bid.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0.
How's things going with the transfer?
We have some funds sitting there now, but I think it's because I changed the addresses for Medi-Account, but they have started billing. I'm not sure, weren't exactly sure of their numbers, but they're basically have 0 issues. And we heard this from the old service, that all of the paperwork, that our narratives are outstanding. They had nothing to add to that, so hopefully we make a good return. Did learn some things about ABS not billing the facilities, and our contract language was intentional, and there were some things in there that they needed to probably build a facility. They may have aged out, so I have lots of things to look in there, but this Medi-Account basically was, if you put it in the narrative, then that's what we'll do. That's what we'll do from here on out. So I'm looking for, hopefully we start getting a return.
So we've started billing with them?
Yeah, we started.
That's
we
much
did
sooner
start-
than what we
Yeah, they were
anticipated.
ready. We were ready April 1st, and we had already uploaded almost 200 runs. So they had a lot to start with before we even
Okay.
gave them current runs. That was all from January that had not been billed, that should have been billed. So,
And correct me if I'm wrong, because I thought their original estimate was like May 1st, before they would start billing, is that correct?
yeah, their goal was May 1st, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I will expedite this for you, so.
Good,
So
congratulations.
they kind of came
Thank you.
around and made it April 1st for us, so. I don't know how quick we'll see a return. I hope really, really quick, but because the ABS deposits they're not working on those. It's just whatever's coming in now.
Mm-hmm.
So, we're hanging on.
Thank you. Thank you, Mandy.
You're welcome.
I don't see the treasurer, building inspector, EMA, probation, or Henry County Community Corrections. So we'll move on to the quotes. We have a quote from Piney for replacing the motor and coupling on a chilled water pump.
This is at the Justice Center. Seems like we keep putting more and more money into them, but we have to keep them running, so I'll make the motion to approve the Piney quote for $3,321.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the Piney quote. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. We have an ML Taylor Construction for an HVAC unit installation.
This is in the new maintenance building. In the quote, HVAC and furnace was, or HVAC and air conditioning was not included in the original quote. I did check the balance in the bond that we're using to pay for this maintenance building, and we do have sufficient funds to include this mini-split HVAC installation for heat and air.
So the total for ML Taylor Construction is $13,500.
Yes,
Is there a motion?
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve the ML Taylor Construction estimate quote, $13,500 for installation of the mini-split HVAC unit at the new maintenance building. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0.
Is it still running? Is it still running? Okay. I don't see anybody from the guest house here.
We have no one from the guest house here, is that correct? The next item is the disposal of the used sheriff's vehicles that are parked at the maintenance lot.
So what process are we going to put it out to bid, or
Well,
I guess Joel, you'll need to advise as well what the next process needs to be.
I would like, I mean, personally, I think that we ought to take care of if it's a transfer or whatever to the other county entities that are interested, I think they should have priority before we just put them up for bid. That's my personal opinion.
Well, I agree with that opinion. We just have to move forward with that.
If it's more than one item and their combined value is $5,000 or greater, then you do have to have some kind of bid process, whether it be put in an auction or just advertising or accepting bids from the public.
So if all of those combined are equal to,
Or equal to or greater than
The
5,000
5,000.
to go with your bid process. Otherwise, you can do a private sale, so to speak. But you can transfer to any department, other county department without, I mean, you can just do that.
but if we did it to another municipality,
You could also transfer.
transfer to another
Yeah, you can also
personnel.
transfer to another municipality. Anytime you're selling it, it meets that $5,000 threshold, then you gotta open it up to an open process.
But we could just transfer and gift it to them.
Sure, yeah, we can
Okay.
transfer to another municipality for any term you agree upon.
Okay.
So I think maybe we should have them somewhat appraised, so at least we have an estimated value on what we have, and then make a determination which municipalities or entities are requesting, and see if they're interested first, and then we put the rest of them up for bid.
I agree. Is that in the form of a motion?
That's in the form of a motion.
I will second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Next, we have the Liberty Township Advisory Board. We had a letter from Steve Kaufman indicated that the Liberty Township Advisory Board is one member short, and he has a person that he would like to consider to be appointed to the board. It's Heidi Gray, spelling H-E-I-D-I, Gray. She lives in East Liberty Township. She's employed by UPS and works in Muncie, and we have her phone number here. And do I have a motion in regards to Heidi Gray being on the Liberty Township Trustee Advisory Board?
I make a motion, we approve it.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. Welcome Heidi Gray to the Liberty Township Trustee. The Board of Health member, we have a letter from Angela Cox in regards to 2 appointments that need to be made to the Henry County Board of Health. We have 2 openings. I have one interested person for the first position, Amy Levon, FNP Board Certified. And the second person is Miss Kelsey Myers. And those 2 people have been recommended by Angela Cox. Do I have a motion?
I make a motion, we approve these appointments.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Motion passes 3-0. The next item on the agenda is in regards to Mr. Dick Rogers from JCAP.
So Dick has requested that in order for him to continue with the JCAP program, his rate needs to go from $50 an hour to $75 an hour. I believe currently he works about 25 hours a week. I know we moved JCAP underneath, at least the full-time position of Jamie Owens underneath public health. Dick is not interested in going full-time. I know we have funded, originally his salary is funded out of ARP, which will be ending at some point. Nothing else will change in his contract. The only thing that he wants is the $75. So I'm kind of hesitant to say no, because I don't want the JCAP program, the men's JCAP program, to be delayed. This will be, the discussion was be funded out of the opioid money. And that's about all I have with him. I know he does not want to go full-time and wants to continue to work the hours that he currently works.
I have a lot of questions,
Sure.
I guess. So at this point, I personally would make a motion to table this until I get all those questions answered. I know it's not convenient for everyone, but I'm still somewhat confused on part-time, full-time insurance and what
Yeah,
have you.
because it went back and forth and back and
Yes.
forth in the email that he sent, so I understand that.
So I will make a motion to table this until I have my questions answered.
Absolutely. I will second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Motion passes 3-0. Next, we have a resolution in regards to the Women's Recovery Center and Lightkeepers opioid resolution number 2024-04-5, parentheses 004. I have the resolution in front of me. Do I need to read it all verbatim?
No, you don't need to read it, it's just the expenditures, I think you approved
Yeah,
last meeting.
if you go to
So
Exhibit
didn't we
A.
just change the name basically?
On
where the
one of
money
them,
is?
yeah, we did,
Yeah,
from,
okay.
yep, from the guest house to Lightkeepers,
Yeah.
and then the other one, yeah. So if you just go back to one more page.
Numbers 5 and 6.
Yeah, numbers 5 and 6.
The sum of 100,000, we're going to,
This one.
the sum up to $30,000 to assist Henry County Lightkeepers in the development of a resource center to provide assistance to the community, including those suffering from or at risk of suffering from substance use disorder. The sum of $40,000 to assist Henry County Women's Recovery Center Incorporated in the renovation of a property to be used for a residential treatment and recovery center for women suffering from substance use disorder.
I'll make the motion to approve.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve this. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Motion passes 3-0. Is there anything from the public? Anyone?
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
We are adjourned.